in tune to 90.1 FMW, USD, Stony Brook from the University, Stony Brook. Seen, free speech radio. That's our mantra right here. It's free speech radio. Even though, you have the federal government which controls the licenses to stations, radio stations, and TV stations. All right. They will always try to find a way, for dampen people from giving their opinion on free speech, okay, and speech. They're gonna find a way, all right. So then put pressure on your license, to try to keep your license. You understand what I'm saying? But we gotta be careful how we set things. You understand what I'm saying? For real. They're going to apply pressure anyway. You don't see it. Trump and him government, they're going to apply pressure. Anyway, see? But this station is run by donations. All right? So, but the license where govern radio station and TV station, the federal government, the FCC control them thing there. So, see it. So, what the government try to just have enough power so people can't talk. Like people afraid to talk. Yes, what I'm dealing. That's what I'm doing. See it. But, we'll always keep talking. See it. So the administration, Trump administration, is, I'm gonna try to dampen free speech. And that's a big deal. That's a massive deal. People supposed to get say what they want to say. As long as you're not try to hurt nobody. You know what I'm saying? For real. So if you think something right, then speak up and encourage people to do that. Protest. Go to protest. What's wrong with that? You see what I say? Protest. I mean, is he gonna send the feds and the army and in my voice out there try to intimidate people? So even green card holders are free for travel. What people free for travel to Jamaica and abroad, and a lot of people is not even coming to the United States anymore. A lot of people is like, no, I'm not going to so. And why should they? The environment feel away to people who are living here inside the United States. It's not pretty. It's not pretty. I don't care what the Republicans want to say. It's not pretty. All right? And it not feel good. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't feel good. So, people don't want to travel here. Tourism is down. Canadians is like, nah, we're not going to. We ain't going there. Because it feel anti-people, I should say. See it. And people should feel away. Them should feel away. Man, I'll tell a lie. So tourism is down. They're warning sign. The lights are flashing. And I'm telling people this, all right? Start your back to school shopping from now. Grab whatever you can. Right now. Okay? Because what Mr. Amanda did, all right? For the 100 days, he was, for those 100 days, right? The repercussions are coming in about a week or two. And by the time September come around for back to school, it's going to get nasty. Right? For real. Because everything coming in right now is duty free. It's tariff free. People buy up everything when them can, but as of a certain date, the tariffs will be on all the products. See it. So the manufacturers and the store them now buy anything because 145% tariff tax. I'm gonna say on the product them. So you're talking the ships are not coming in with products because man I say, oh man I pay 145% VAT or whatever on the product. What are you gonna buy it for? You can buy a sneakers for $600. You can buy an iPhone for $3,000. You can buy a laptop for $6,000. That's what you're gonna do? Okay? Your tomatoes. You know what I'm saying? Your tomatoes, seafood. Forget you love coffee, right? You like coffee. Man, I talk coffee the artist. You like coffee, right? Okay, well, you'll see the spike in those prices because you have massive tariff on those products. So you're gonna see shortages of that. And a cup of coffee is gonna cost you more. People love coffee. Americans love coffee. And them love it. It's like drugs. You know, in the morning, wake you up, you're gone. You see what I say? And then put tariff on that. How much coffee grows in America? I really don't know how much coffee grows in America, to tell you the truth. You know? So you'll see spike in that. You'll see spike in everything. All right? Look at the shelf. Every time you go to the supermarket, see? Every time you go to the supermarket, cruise around the supermarket and just look on the shelf. Then you'll see some couple of spots empty here and a couple of spots empty here. And you're gonna see more and more and more. All right, because it done the effect of the tax tariff. All right, it done the system already. It's in the pipeline already. So I'm telling people, all right, things are gonna get really expensive. So I want people for just I said buy up your flour and your rice and them something. You know, for the Caribbean people, them you flour your rice, I'll them something. You see me I say grab some bully beef, whatever you can. Cause it's gonna be we know how to weather them things. It's gonna be tough. All right? It's gonna be a ride. All right? You didn't see it, so you know, plane tickets, everything will go up. Your car insurance, Wi-Fi, and all those things is a cost, and all that's gonna increase. So those of you who are waiting, you say, "Why? It'll get better. I'm gonna do this and that." Ain't nothing happening. Nothing happening. It ain't doing nothing. All right, I'm telling you that. All right, it'll be the same talk all the time. You see what I say? Lock up immigrants. You know what I'm saying? Take up people's rights. You know, see it? Demonize immigrants, demonize black people. You see what I say? That's it. And that's it. All right? So somebody don't vote for it. Ain't getting no better. All right? It's not going to get no better. No. You see what I deal with? It's not going to get no better. Sorry for telling that. All right? So we know that was coming. So, all right? Sorry for bust your bubble, but it's not getting any better. For real. See? So, blessed love, enough honor, and enough respect. Let's go through some headlines real quickly. All right. In Jamaica, the man them kill a man live on TikTok again. You see me doing? Live on TikTok. Okay. Turns out to be the artist Jam Mason's son. All right. Just walk up and shot the man in the back of the head, kill him, shot him, boom, 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 and don't know what the story behind that was, because it's always a story, you know. So we don't know, but people know. People in the community, people them around, everybody know. Trust me. You know, see, it's just that we don't know, but there's always a story behind something. So what the story is, I don't know. And investigations in Jamaica usually are not very clear. So them know, you know, get detailed information. And not from law enforcement or anybody. You see me dealing for real. So that's happening inside Jamaica. Jamaica just had carnival in Jamaica, and people absolutely love it. Carnival in Jamaica. So that was pretty good, you know. And just enjoy yourselves, you know, my folks, my Jamaican people, Caribbean people. Big up on yourself. You see me dealing. Conscience is now like a soca artist. Remember Conscience? Yeah. Broke off your back. Broke off my back. Yeah. Conscience is, you know, soca. The man in the soca market. So, and doing pretty good in the soca market. It's my dealing for real. May 24th, Beenie Man. First show back inside the United States. Right? And as a matter of fact, Barbados Barbados just has their reggae I think it's called a reggae weekend or reggae something like that. In Barbados where all of the artists them they did it. You see what I say? For real, Shabba. You name it. Willard man them did it. Capleton, Shabba, Busy, the whole of the artists them. So it was a great time in Barbados. And me and more Motley, the Prime Minister of Barbados welcomed them and the man them love Mia. Mia, the Prime Minister of Barbados. You know, see, she, it's a, Angela cousin that. See, so, see, it was a good time, and reggae have a vibe. It's always has a vibe, and they absolutely love reggae in Barbados, and all throughout the Caribbean and all over the world. Reggae music is a commodity of Jamaica. See, it's a commodity of Jamaica, and it's a unique space that many try to occupy. That's how Vybz Kartel got his visa. People say, how come Kartel get him visa? Kartel get him visa because they grant him a visa under the fact that he could contribute something in entertainment. He was special in entertainment, and could offer that throughout the United States. So he's got a 3-year visa for work and live inside the United States and pay taxes. All right, so it's a special category. Seen Beenie Man, seen after X amount of years, got his visa. Bounty Killer, after a long time, get FEMA visa. I think Popcorn get FEMA one back. I'm not sure about that. Some many artists them. You see my dealing. I'd love the reggae artists them for us think a little different in terms of them status within the community. Just we need to improve the island. Improve. You see my dealing. We need to improve, and also the government. All right, Parliament, the government need to have a better relationship and coordination with the culture, with the commodity, the reggae, and the youths them on school and security forces. We need to improve the island. Okay, the Caribbean is a gold mine. All right, Caribbean is a gold mine. Doesn't matter where in the Caribbean. It's a gold mine. It's something that where people pay money for come out the Caribbean. You see me deal and eat the food and bun with weed and sunshine on the beach, and you know what I'm saying? So it's a commodity. We need to treat it as such and improve the island, because nobody right now, America, we are America's neighbors. Okay? The Caribbean is America's neighbors, and them ignore the Caribbean. All right? Ignore the Caribbean. I'm not telling a lie. See it. Ignore the Caribbean. The Caribbean, all we get from them is this tourism thing and 1 and 2 aid. But as far as deep investments in the Caribbean, in our well-being, technology and stuff like, nobody will do that. No, nobody will do that. See? And when the money come in, it's corruption, and the man them thief it out and them thing, and them corrupt politician and them thing there. See? Them thing that for done. See? We need to improve the Caribbean. But not tonight. Improve Jamaica. Improve Trinidad, Barbados, St. Croix, St. Kitts. All of them places we need to improve that. See? So that's what me say. Alright? Now the UNC wins TNT election. Alright? So new Prime Minister. I think it's an old Prime Minister that come back. Cause one thing with the Caribbean, it seems like you can't turn Prime Minister 50 times, That's what it seemed like, So the new Prime Minister is saying, one of her speeches, that what she wants to do is make more gun license available to regular citizens. That means regular citizens have more access to gun. And she said, when people broke in a house, this is what she said. When people come in a yard or broke in a house, right? If you have guns, so you can empty your clip upon them. That's a fair thing. That's what the Indian lady say. So you can empty out your clip upon them. You know, see it. Yeah, that sound like a dancehall tune. That's what that sound like, you know. And that's what she said. I don't know about a message then. I believe in protecting your property. You see my dealing? Yeah, protect your property, yes. But it's not something we want to push for people to shut and kill people. You see my dealing? For real, there's more good than bad. But I think we should more concentrate on corruption. You know, see it. Right now America corrupt. You see it? We used to look to America for, you know, for some sort of leadership, an example, but right now the government is totally out of whack. It's absolutely crazy in America. So I encourage people in the island, look at Canada and use Canada as like an example where they're gonna invest in themselves. They're looking for new partnership, new trade routes, new, you know what I'm saying? Look for that because they feel like they can't trust America anymore. And many countries around the world feel like they can't trust America anymore. So I'm encouraging the Caribbean, see, CARICOM, please work together. Please work together as much as I can. See, for real, stop saying, you know, rice and peas or peas and rice or curry chicken or chicken curry. That done. So, done with that. No more of that. You understand what I say? For real. We gotta have some unity and move together. We can do it. We can do it. And the Chinese, it's all throughout the Caribbean. They've been doing that for the last X amount of years. So the Chinese, go to Jamaica. If you've never been to Jamaica, please take a trip to Jamaica. All right? And Jamaicans who haven't been back in a while, take a trip to Jamaica. And you'll see the infrastructure, the buildings and the stuff that the Chinese, all right, have invested in Jamaica. Of course, for themselves. It's good for Jamaica too, because we can move back and forth and things a little easier. But the Chinese own most of that stuff. You don't know the backdoor deals, but they have invested, you know, and it's all over the island. They're building major roadways and infrastructure, and they're prepping the island for Chinese vehicles, cheap Chinese vehicles and cheap Chinese electric vehicles. I'm telling you, all right? And they're going to have charging ports all over the island. You can buy probably a brand new car for $5,000-6,000 US and charging station. And they have, I think what they're doing too is the Chinese mechanics. I think they just try to shut that one down. The Jamaicans try to shut it down, the government. A Chinese garage that everybody was flocking to. Everybody was running there, and then the rest of the local mechanic must say, yo. So they don't want no gunshot fire. So I think they might try to shut it down and I try to work something out, you know. But the Chinese are bringing in infrastructure. And that's what they're going to do, you know, because of course America dropped the ball. All right? America dropped the ball. You can't look for your neighbor and call them SO countries and no. No. You can't do that. See? Neighbors. The neighbors have to get along with the neighbor. The man who lives in their backyard. All right? You don't want to piss him off because he'll throw dog doodle on your lawn, you know? It's for real. And we'll just let Rex, hey Rex, go over this and go doodle and right on your lawn. You see what I'm dealing? And make Rex go there every day, go drop a load, you know? Try to get along with your neighbors. The word is try. And America, oh boy. And this administration, not even an attempt, all right? Try to live on a high horse, you know what I'm saying? And the repercussions are coming for that, see? So I see that inside the paper in the Caribbean, okay? I think that happened in Guyana, really. I don't understand the case there, exactly what happened with a young girl in the hotel and the swimming pool, and I gotta get more information upon that. I never really follow that. You see what I'm doing? For real, you know? See another story here. It's a U.S. Coast Guard's offload of over 12 million illicit drugs that they busted in the Caribbean. You see what I'm saying? So all of our drugs are come to the Caribbean. Oh, big news that, right? Happens all the time, you know? All right, let's see what else is here. Okay. All right. Oh, Guyana. Oh my God. All of our looting and violence over the young girl's death. All right, I'll read that later. I like it. What else we have here? Let's see. Let's see. Big thing in the Caribbean, new government in Trinidad. So we'll see where we're going with that. See? And also America wants to come to an agreement with Libya. With Libya and with Libya and Rwanda. With Libya and Rwanda. Libya, yes, that's right. Libya and Rwanda to deport people to Libya and Rwanda. All right? So that's what I want to send people. I'll advise my African nations and those nations. I know they're gonna pay you. All right? Don't get involved in that. All right? Please don't get involved in that. The money is not worth it, because when this administration is gone, and they will be gone, all right, you'll be faced with another administration, and for your country, it's gonna get sticky. El Salvador president, you know, El Salvador is one of the most violent places. Yes, I agree. El Salvador president definitely clean up El Salvador, and you could solve crime. You could almost erase crime to zero in Jamaica. It'll take you 3 months, 6 months. And Your Holiness could do that in Jamaica. Yeah. And, you know what I'm saying, give some thumbs up for people who like to see crime just disappear in 6 months in Jamaica. Thumbs up, anybody? Okay. All right. You could eliminate crime in Jamaica or Trinidad or wherever. You could do it. It's easy. Once you accuse a man get accused of a crime, you could publicly execute him. All right? Quick trial, sham trial, execute right away. Another public, execute him. Public executions. Somebody's accused of theft, you just cut off their right arm. You could, you know what I'm saying, if you suspect something happening, you suspect somebody, you just take a whole village of people, you lock them up and beat them and torture them, and you could do that. And I assure you that crime will go down. See, but at what cost? I know how many innocent people is going to get caught in that. So, you know what I'm saying, it have to be a balance. All right? It have to be a balance. A place like El Salvador used to go on a way. And now El Salvador, you pretty much can't sleep with the door open, you know? But what usually happens is that the pendulum swing the other way, where you pretty much can't sleep with the door open, you know? But what usually happens is that the pendulum swing the other way, where so I got thrown off there a bit. Definitely the leaders then will take it to the other extreme. That's what I should say, for real. See? So blessed love, enough honor, enough respect. Master Pen right here on WUSB Stony Brook, on WUSB Stony Brook. Keep it locked. Tell your friends and also your family. See? And keep it locked. May 24th, Beenie Man the Doctor comes to the UBS Arena. Beenie Man, Kevin Lowell. See? Also lyrical. Louis Culture inside the UBS Arena. See? Jammins Promotion. JamminsPromotion.com. Keep it locked. See?
Sound test show on 90.1 FM Stony Brook Radio with Masapan and Big Man Randy. Oh, we run the place.